Hello and welcome to another episode of Just Some Guy Earning Achievements, where I, just some guy, earn achievements. In the last part we began our journey by being born into Vault 101 and subsequently escaping it in pursuit of our dad. We pick up exactly where we left off and head through the nearby town of Springvale and up the hill to Megaton, a town built around an unexploded atomic bomb. Upon entry we are greeted by Lucas Sims, the town sheriff. He can't recall seeing our father and suggests we ask around town, but warns us about Moriarty. Having recently watched the Sherlock TV show, you don't have to tell me twice. Wanting to avoid Moriarty completely, we sneak in through the back door and hack his terminal, losing some karma, but gaining some information about our dad's whereabouts. It turns out he is headed to Galaxy News Radio, located in the ruins of DC. With this new information, we leave Megaton behind for now and head back out into the wasteland proper. Our compass leads us to a metro station, so it's time to go spelunking. Down here we fight our first mole rats and use police brutality to put them down, as well as our first group of feral ghouls who you could easily mistake for train spotters. Deeper into the metro tunnels we come across the first of another type of enemy we will be seeing plenty of throughout this part, super mutants. We are lacking in firepower for the time being, but thankfully he only has a board with a nail in it, which is only good against aliens. Once out the other side, we earn ourselves a level up and find ourselves being attacked by more super mutants, this time with actual guns. The Brotherhood of Steel show up and distract them, allowing us to do our best Call of Duty World at War impression. Sentinel Lines tells us that Galaxy News Radio is just up ahead, but it has been overrun by super mutants. We tag along and help out as best we can, eventually reaching the courtyard outside the building. Things seem too quiet when a super mutant behemoth suddenly busts through a nearby blockade and starts killing our new friends. Luckily we found a fat man on a nearby corpse earlier and give the beefy boy a nuclear noogie, taking the first of 5 behemoths down. Our heroics grant us thanks from Sentinel Lines as well as access to Galaxy News Radio. Inside we find the enigmatic Three Dog. He tells us about the good fight and says he knows where our dad is, but won't part with that information until we have done something for him. It turns out a careless super mutant destroyed their relay dish and he needs a new one. We are told we can find one at the Museum of Technology, so that's where we're headed. Once we have finished talking to Three Dog, we earn the achievement Following in His Footsteps, our first actual one of the game. With our new quest active, we once again head out into the wasteland. The waypoint takes us back into the metro tunnels where we come across our first raider and, upon killing him, we gain a new level. We fight our way through the tunnels, killing everything and everyone we cross paths with. Once out the other side, we are fired upon immediately by a group of super mutants. Outmanned and outgunned, we escape into the nearby Museum of Technology. Inside we find more super mutants, including our first brute, who is guarding the item we need. With enough bullets we take him down, grab the communications dish, and get the hell out of there. Our short trip to the Washington Monument is interrupted by more super mutants, but thankfully the nearby Brotherhood of Steel makes short work of them. Inside the monument we take the elevator to the very top and install the new dish for Three Dog. Back at Galaxy News Radio, Three Dog calls us a hero and tells us some more information about our dad. Apparently he went to go and visit Dr. Lee at Rivet City, a town built in an old beached aircraft carrier. This new information also earns us the achievement Galaxy News Radio, as well as another level up. Back out into the wasteland we blast our way through plenty of enemies, including our first Centaur and Mirelurk, and eventually make it to our next destination, Rivet City. Mr. Robot asks us what our business is and we tell him we are here to see Dr. Lee, who he tells us can be found in the science lab. Once inside, Dr. Lee recognises us, stating that we look so much like our father, though I don't see the resemblance. She tells us our dad has gone to their old lab in the nearby Jefferson Memorial to continue his research into something called Project Purity, so that's where we're headed next, but not before grabbing our second bobblehead. Inside the Jefferson Memorial we find a bunch of super mutants, as well as some of our dad's holotapes. The tapes reveal that our dad has gone to search for Vault 112 that is hidden inside a garage east of some place called Evergreen Mills. Our map shows that we are in for quite a journey, but thankfully we can skip half of it by fast travelling back to Megaton. From there we head west in search of the aforementioned garage. The weather out west seems peculiar as it starts raining rad scorpions, but undeterred we press on and eventually find Smith Casey's garage. Inside we find rad roaches and mole rats, as well as our first Nuka-Cola Quantum, which we'll need down the line. We also find a hidden bunker after flipping this electrical switch, which eventually leads us to Vault 112. Inside, a robo-brain tells us we are over 200 years late for the party, and not even fashionably so, as they give us a Vault 112 jumpsuit to put on. They instruct us to enter a Tranquility Lander, so that's exactly what we do, earning the achievement Scientific Pursuits once inside. We are now in Tranquility Lane, a virtual reality simulation created by Dr. Braun, who, spoiler alert, is this little girl, Betty. He/she wants us to play one of their games, but we don't have time as there are still plenty more achievements to earn, so we initiate the system's failsafe, killing all the other occupants aside from Ugly Betty, who is now doomed to live inside Tranquility Lane all alone. It turns out our dad was also in the simulation and has survived the failsafe because even Dr. Braun is afraid of John Wick. Once outside the lounger, we are finally reunited with our dad. He tells us that a piece of technology Dr. Braun developed called the GEC can be adapted for Project Purity. With this revelation, he says he needs to return to Rivet City and talk with Dr. Lee. We agree to go with him and eventually earn the achievement Tranquility Lane. We also earn the achievement Protector for reaching level 8 with good karma. This is the first of 3 level/karma specific achievements, so I quickly reload and lower my karma to earn the other 2. Having finally found our dad, that'll do for this part. Thank you kindly for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you want more achievement related content, consider subscribing. Hopefully you join me again for the next part where our dad continues his research into Project Purity and we continue to earn achievements. Until then, take care.